What's good, YouTube? We are back here today with some more of everyone's favorite series, What Are They Cooking?, where we go over a bunch of crazy different audience replays and see what people in the community are up to. Starting off here with yet another deck to be playing Mind on Air, which I think we saw this card played before, which was very trippy in some kind of limit reverse thing. And yeah, it's like a spellcaster dude that makes your opponent play with their hand revealed. Before we get into the replay, though, let me remind you that if you have a replay you want to see on the channel, you can just post it in the Discord link in the description in the Edison Replays channel. Now, the opponent appears to be playing some kind of whack Amarillis build with Rigorous Reaver, which is a plant flip monster. It's also a fire type, so I guess it's got a lot going for it in here, but its effect is so just like mid. It's just like a... I don't even know how to describe it. It's not a Dark World dealings. It's like each player just discards one when you attack into it or when it's flipped up. So I mean, it could be decent if you have something you really want to discard, and then it just forces your opponent to like hand rip something that they actually want. But it's like you might just help your opponent too, depending on what deck they're playing. So it's often going to be very neggy because it just dies too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Rigorous Reaver. I don't know if I support that. We activate Solidarity, so we're playing some kind of spellcaster thing with multiple descendants. You, sir, are psychotic. Wing Blast is going to be used at this point, bouncing the descendant, discarding the Rigorous Reaver, and we draw into Morphing Jar. That's actually so good for them. So they get to mill 3 more, not finding anything good, though, so buying the extra turn on the Trooper actually just wasn't that valuable. We're going to hit over the card Trooper. Okay. I don't know why we lost 9. Oh, they had a volcanic counter. Duh. That's why we lost 19. So we both lose 19 to that battle, and then it looks like this Morphing Jar is gonna do okay. It wasn't actually that great of a Morphing Jar, and the opponent is also on Lava Golem here, which isn't too useful in this situation because there's only one monster on the field, and they actually just pass. They actually just full pass. Wow. Did they not have any plays? I feel like... Did they use a Hidden Armory that turn? I don't think they normal summoned. They could have just... Oh, maybe they set this Raikou? I don't know. I think they maybe set this Raikou. I think that's what... Because they had a Raikou in their hand. Yeah, I think they set the Raikou. Okay, so they hit over the Morphing Jar. And now the Lava Golem is finally going to come down. Torrential going to be used on the Lava Golem. That's going to wipe out everything. We got Phoenix Wing on the field spell so that we can not activate any of our spell cards. Huh? All right, well, we're playing Ceremonial Bell. So this is just the same thing as Mind on Air, but it's like reciprocal. And it's also a spellcaster, so I guess there's synergy there. It reveals hands, and it's also spellcaster. So now we're going to activate Magician's Circle, which lets us each special a spellcaster from deck. Very funny because the opponent actually has one in the Lila Lightsworn Sorceress, which they're apparently playing multiple of. So they get to bring out one as well. But Great Phantom Thief is going to resolve here. It has an effect where if we know a card in their hand, we can like Mind Crush them when we inflict battle damage. It's like Airbellum crossed with Mind Crush. Or I guess it's more like Donzalug crossed with Mind Crush because any battle damage will do it. So we got Solidarity. It's 1800. So I guess this is the spice. We have all these cards that let us see the opponent's hand. And then we inflict a damage with Great Phantom Thief. So then we can declare a card in their hand and just rip it. So it's actually kind of weird because it's sort of better than Airbellum or something like that. First of all, any damage will do it. And then also you can like rip any card you want. So it's more like confiscation, but you have to know their hand. So it's like a 2-card combination, I guess you could say. But in that way, it is like pretty good that you're not just randomly ripping versus Amarillis because they've got a lot of cards that they would be fine with you just randomly ripping from their hand. DDR is going to bring out Titanium, and that's just going to run over our Great Phantom Thief. However, we have 2 Solidarities on the board, so if we should happen to draw a Spellcaster... No, it doesn't matter. They have 3 Amarillis. We're just so dead. We're so dead. Okay. And, of course, we're also playing DD Designator and presumably Mind Crush in our main deck. So we're just going to... The plan is to see the opponent's hand, I guess. We're not going for Breaker because we just assume that the set card is probably... something chainable, which we use the Phantom Thief to guess a card in their hand. And I assume they have to reveal if they don't discard, kind of like Mind Crush. But there's actually no downside like Mind Crush, so we can use Great Phantom Thief to just see their hand. And then use DD Designator, get rid of the Lava Golem. Now we main phase 2 Breaker, and we get hit with the Typhoon. Alright, trading going to be used. Foolish Burial going to hit a Dandelion. I guess they just bring out Amarillis and pass? Yeah. They should probably use the Necrogarden at some point, just so they can get that value out of the Burial from the different dimension here. I don't know. Okay, so we are going to set the circle, but not before we rip the Burial from a hand with the Great Phantom Thief, because we know it's there now, because we resolved the Great Phantom Thief last turn. It's actually crazy. We got so many cards that let us see their hand. So they go for Hidden Armory. I mean, they actually have plays here. They can go Mark DDR, pitch Amarillis. That's pretty good. Oh, no, they don't have Titanial set up. Dang. That's not great. Okay, they set the Mark. I don't know why they don't just use Mark, actually, though. Use Mark, like, crash some guys. I feel like you need to do that, but apparently we're just not. Apparently we're just not. Solidarity's going to go off. We've got Magician's Circle. Do they have a Lila in deck to summon? Do they not have a Lila in deck to summon? Did they side out their Lilas? After game 1 where they resolved the Magician's Circle to summon the Lila? That seems so crazy to me. That seems pretty crazy. Alright, Mark finally being used, but it doesn't do anything at this point. I mean, we're just staring down a bunch of spellcasters, so I don't know. Game 3. Game 3, they're going to go set counter. Man, I feel like you should have set this thing earlier, but whatever. Let's see, are we going to summon the Great Phantom Thief? We're in fact not going to do that. We're going to resolve Magician's Circle, and this time they do have the Lila again? Huh? Did they side it out game 2 and then put it back in after they realized they should have sided it out? Like, what happened there? Alright, we hit into this thing. We pitched one of our redundant Mind on Airs. They pitch a Volcanic counter, so I guess potentially big damage from Volcanic counter, but we're going to have to see. Lila going to pitch, we're going to switch to Destroy the Back Row. Torrential out of the way is good. Things actually looking decent for the Amarillis player despite their atrocious opening hand. They're going to set 3. Whoa. Just setting 3 spells to, like, bluff? That's a lot to just bluff, I'm just saying. What if they have heavy, you just lose for no reason? Okay, Mind on Air is going to hit the field. We're going to DD Designator, get rid of the Mark of the Rose, so that card is gone forever. We hit over the Amarillis, and then we can rip the Morphing Jar as well. Volcanic Counter is going to do 2k damage, I guess, but yeah, that's not fantastic. Mind on Air is going to allow us to see the Raikou. So we know it's there, but we kind of just got to hit into it, right? Raikou's going to pop one, destroy the Magician Valkyria. Now we just got like 3 little dudes to get over. It's not that tremendously difficult, I don't think, but we'll see. Burial going to be used on the attack declaration here, which is going to put back 2 Volcanic Counter. That just kills us. We just die, right? Don't we? We just take 46 and we lose. Oh, no. We were so close. We were so close. This is such a cool deck. And aw. Next up is Earthbound Immortals. Yeah, I don't know what the deal with that is either, honestly. It looks like we're probably just using Mausoleum. Yeah. So we got Terraforming. Maybe Gear Town is here. Nope, just Mausoleum and Terraforming, I guess. Banisher on the field means that we couldn't go for Gear Town even if we wanted to, I guess. But I don't know if we're playing that. We summon the Whale Dude. It gets bottomless. Okay. So much for the Whale Dude. The opponent is playing Inferno, Tempest, Lady Assailant in the Flames, Banish, Burn, stuff. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here, honestly. Let's see what happens. Do we summon another one? Yeah, okay. We summon Kapak Apu, and we hit directly for 3,000, and then they flip Infernal Tempest. Bro, he like triggered their own Infernal Tempest for them. What is their deck? They're playing just every DD monster in existence. Just every one. DDM, DD Trainer, DD Scout Plane, DD Warrior, DD Survivor, DD Assailant, different Dimension Dragon, Dimension Jar, DD Guide. What? I need to see this guy's deck. What are you doing? My guy. You can't just put one of every DD monster in a deck and call that like, oh, that's my deck. Oh, like we're gonna lose to 3,000 attack Kapak Apu just hitting us over and over again. We get burned pretty low by the Lady Assailant, but yeah, the Kapak Apu though, it's just gonna hit in for 3,000 for the third turn in a row because the opponent doesn't have any outs because they're playing a freaking. This has to be one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen in this segment. Why is it that the opponents play the most bizarre decks in this series? Like, this is crazier than bulk wings. This is a whole nother level. What are you doing? This is like a Highlander terrible banish thing. DD borderline. What's this do? If there are no spells in your graveyard, neither player can conduct their battle phase. Yo, what the hell is that? Okay, we're just gonna summon more Earthbound cards, but it doesn't matter because we can't conduct our battle phase because we got to get some spells in the opponent's graveyard. All right, we're just passing. We're just passing. And why did we lose 12? I'm confused. Oh wait. The whale can burn for half its defense. Yeah, it's like Rampart Blaster or something. All right, that's pretty cool. What is this? Discard one card, then target one Earthbound monster. Yeah, so this just doesn't work because we're under macro or we're under Banisher. But they're just gonna die. They're just gonna die to friggin' whale burn every turn. How do they don't have an out? Their deck doesn't play outs to the whale, and they die. This is the DD deck just died twice in basically the same way. This might even be worse though, because it's 1,200 burn every turn, and neither player can conduct their battle phase. Oh, what are you doing? What is going on? This card actually was just like good in this circumstance. It's usually so dumb because it's like a 2,900 that can attack directly, but it's like, well, if I don't want to, I could burn them for 12. It's like you can burn them for 29. Why are you burning them for 12? But we can't conduct our battle phase, so it matters, I guess. What on God's green earth was the opponent smoking with this list? What is this? This is like an anime deck. Like, it's on that level, though. All right, we gotta move on. Okay, Strike Ninja, Junk Synchron. I don't know what this deck actually does. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Roto. We're not gonna Roto. Apparently, we don't have anything to Rotify. How did we know? How did we know it was Morphing Charm? Oh man, wild. Okay, we Roto for Armageddon. Armageddon, send Scout Plane. Are we gonna make something? We hit into Gravity Bind. We Solemn the Gravity Bind? So we can attack with Armageddon Knight? Bro. Oh, so we can get the Solemn to the graveyard so that we can add it back with Masked for some value. On the other hand, if we had just saved Solemn for their Solemn, we could have actually nuked the board here like we wanted to. We're going to go for Lore. All right, that banishes the Scout Plane, which is pretty good. The Scout Plane just comes back. The opponent... What is the opponent playing? Once again, we find ourselves asking the big questions. What? Inferno Reckless Summon Magic Planter? Okay, they're playing, like, Mill with Inferno Reckless Summon Magic Planter. They go for Book of Eclipse, Solemn Judgment, Dark Bribe. We're playing Yamada Dragon. Bro, you are not playing Yamada Dragon in here. Everything flips up and we draw a bunch? That's crazy. Wait, does the Yamada actually get flipped up by this? It wasn't, like, flipped down, but then during the end phase, changes many face down as possible. Oh, I guess it does. Wow. I didn't know it worked that way. Okay. Well, the opponent they're drawing card. Wait, is this the Zuxid deck? Is this what this is? Is this a Zuxid deck? I swear he had some, like, mill thing on his Cursed Tech episode. I feel like that's what's happening here. I could maybe get the deck list for this if I go look at that video, so that'd be cool. All right, we hit over Sangan. They get Summoner Monk. They go Summoner Monk, pitch the spell, get the Shield Worm, which mills some cards. Inferno Reckless to summon more Shield Worms, but we have Solemn to stop the Inferno Reckless summon. Now we go Book of Moon, flip down the Mask of Darkness. What are we adding back now? Needle Sealing? Heavy Storm? That's an insane draw. Okay. But it's going to be responded to with 2 limit reverses, so we're going to be milling 3, and the opponent is going to search something off of the Sangan. On the other hand, I think we might just kill them here. Probably, possibly. Hard to see, because, like, they can't wall us because we've got this Junk Synchron, so it should just be over, right? Junk Synchron, bring back Scout Plane, make Mistworm. Okay, funny, because Because it's called Worm. Get it? You know? Yeah, there was like a billion ways we won from that position, though, so, I guess that's Strike Ninja with Mask of Darkness and DD Scout Planes so that we can play Junk Synchron in the deck. I don't know. Why is Yamada Dragon in here? What is going on? This is like, even by what are they cooking standards, this is a bizarre week, I gotta say. This is a bizarre episode. This episode and last episode were just like, they're blowing my mind, man. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, final replay we have. This is Leomir, who previously went X2 in Swiss or something in Deck Devastators, playing Neo-Spatian Garden Cat, and now he's innovated a new Garden Cat list, which is, I guess we're going to refer to as Vayu Garden Cat. I don't know, but we hit into Gores, but it doesn't even matter because we still get the hand rip and we have Garden on the field. So we just get tokens and the Gores gets halved and it's like weak as shit. Looks like the opponent might be playing Frogs, but with like too many traps in their hand to do anything. Yeah, I don't know. They finally have their starter. They go for Econ. They can make Catastor and do what? Alright, they kill the Gadotron. We allure, banish, foolish for plague. Are we not doing anything here? We're not even going to try? Alright. We're just going to swing into the Catastor and crash some tokens? And that way we can use the Garden to bring back the 1600 Airbell. Mind Control, Synchro 8 for Stardust Dragon. They try to Torrential it just to clear up their back row. For the Treeborn Frog, obviously. They don't have a lot of plays right now. They can go for Substitute, but we do have Brain Control to just out it whenever we want. Is our Dark Arm Dragon live? No, we only have one Dark. We could potentially get it live. We have 2 more Darks in our hand. Yeah, we contribute, summon Sirocco, Special Gale, Synchro for whatever, summon Dark Arm Dragon, and just win, right? Yeah. And then all those trap cards aren't going to do anything in the hand. But it's like you don't want to set them all either because you need your Treeborn if you have draw any play, so... Yeah, awkward to be drawing this many traps in this situation. So opponent starts out with just the Stratos for the Prodigy, meaning they have the setup for the sub or the Kai. It's probably the sub play next turn. We're going to go Brain, summon Cat. Oh, that's brutal. That is so brutal. They have Fader, though, so you know they drew the out. Damn, they almost got, like, Giga Sacked there, though. All right, Kai's going to out the Ancient Fairy Dragon, so holding off on doing the substituted play for now. We draw into Terraforming. This is going to let us do... We don't have Garden, or we don't have Cat in deck, and we don't have a spell in hand, so we can't really do either of those plays, actually. The good thing about Garden is it's actually pretty good against Frogs. Yeah, I mean, it's tough for them to, like, put pressure on while Garden's on the board, because every play they do requires them to summon, like, 2 things minimum. Speaking of summoning things, we are going to go for Greffer, and now we get a second Garden token, bring back the Arabellum, and then we attack? Alright, trying to get that rip, but we're not going to. Maybe should have just gone for the Black Rose. Opponent's now going to attack for 34, and I think... Oh, no, we're not dead. We have a Necro Gardener, so we can... Did we use the Necro Gardener? Why is it... What? Were we just, like, on higher life than I thought we were? Oh, no, the Caius was small because it was halved by the Garden. Okay. I get it. So we can bring out this dude and have our deck dev live, I guess. It's still not a great situation for us, but we do have the Necro Gardener still since we didn't have to use it last turn. Opponent goes for Caius, deck dev going to be used. That's going to hit 3 monsters, so that's a pretty solid deck dev. We're not going to Gardener. We have Garden, but we don't have Cat in deck still. So it's not clear. What do we send? Plague and just pass? So send Vayu. Oh, we can make Armed Wing. Okay. Or Armor Master. Because the Armed Wing was in Graveyard. Opponent draws into Soul X, which is decent. They can out the Armor Master, summon the Vanity's Fiend. We draw into My Body's a Shield. They draw into Mally Edge, and it's over. No, it's not over. It's not over because Vanity's Fiend stops them from summoning their Treeborn Frog, meaning that they just have to hit with one dude. We Necro Gardener. We draw Airbellum, but we can't do anything because Vanity's Fiend. Vanity's Fiend hits over, and we need to draw an out. They go for Caius. We're finally, at long last, dead in this game. That took a while. Alright, game number 2. We draw, we have the combo. We do technically have the combo if we choose to go for it. Opponent is going to maybe set bottomless here, though, so we're going to need to be able to play into that. question is, what do we think the plan is there? Oh, we just have Typhoon. Well, that'll do it. I mean, that will indeed do it. We're gonna go for the Garden Cat meme. We bring back our Summoner Monk pitch, get Cat, get 2 Airbellums, make Arcanite Magician, start popping some dupes. Do we pop the swap as well? It looks like we do. We hit over the Dupe Frog, and then we get to rip 1 card with the Arabellum. Be pretty funny if we got the 1 out of 3 Stratos here. Be pretty funny. Yes! Oh, poor unlucky frog player. I mean, yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. We're gonna Caius the Treeborn Frog, and do they have another one? I think they do. Yes. So, Treeborn's still in rotation. They draw into Battle Fade. They have T-Roar. They're gonna be alive for a while here. We can go set Vayu. They finally have some gas. Miracle Fusion gonna be drawn. Go into Absolute Zero. Hit over the Caius. Can we somehow, like, win with Sirocco Pump? No, it doesn't look like it. We need more setup if that's going to be a thing. We double tribute for Gadgetron. Hit over. Did they just, like, not? Oh, no, it was a crash. Okay. We have Zombie World, though. Zombie World's pretty solid. But they have Dark Dust Spirits. Oh, man, it's a zombie. They contribute someone to their Zombie World. That's funny. All right. Why'd they put swap in defense while they have Fader? I guess they're worried about Vanity's Fiend or something. We have Crow, so that's both Treeborns out of commission, but they tribute some of the Dark Dust Spirit again. All right, set Mirror Force. We draw Armageddon Knight. They have to Mirror Force an Armageddon Knight now. Feels pretty good, honestly. Let's see. Set T-Roar. Maybe we should just poke for 8. I don't know. They're going to special summon... What? Oh, yeah, they can't summon Mally Edge because they're under... They can tribute set, though. Why don't they just tribute set something? Or is that ruling, like, different now? I don't know. I've seen conflicting things about Zombie World tribute setting. Anyway, they Torrential, but that baits out the deck dev. We see their hand. Their hand is just these 2 guys. Now we're going to go for the Dark Grepher pitch. Do we have another Vayu? I think we have 1 more, right? We have 1 more Vayu. No, we don't have 1 more. Where's the 3rd one? Do we only play 2? We might only play 2. This might be some weird thing. T-Roar going to be used. They draw into Book of Moon. I mean, yeah, it's over now, right? We just search Armageddon Knight, attack for game. Okay. That was cool. This was a fun episode. There was some, like, high-level, advanced, weird stuff going on. But, you know, I approve of that. That's what the series is all about. So I hope you guys enjoyed that maybe slightly different dynamic than usual. But it's very much in the spirit of the series, I would say. So, yeah, let me know what you thought in the comment section. I'll see you tomorrow. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Furthermore, if you enjoy my content, you should think about becoming a channel member. You get access to tons of bonus content, and it's a great way to help support the channel.